would find here a little bit of discernment. So, discernment uh, isn't just going into the priesthood, which a lot of people think is, or the convent. It's about what God wants from your life. So, my former priest, God bless his soul, he decided to go to Utica. I don't know how he's going to fare there. He's doing all right. I'm working. So, he told me that he discerns every day. So you'd probably not expect that from somebody that's a priest. You'd be like, well, why are you discerning still? Isn't this what you chose for your life? You went through 6, 7 years of like seminary. You should know what you want to do with your life. But he says that he discerns every day because it's necessary. So every day, God tells him that he is still doing the right thing because that's what you need. You need to make sure that what you're doing right now is still what it is that God wants from your life. So but then again though, don't let the prospect of priesthood take you away from talking to that girl. Go talk to that girl or guy if you're going to the convent, or if you plan on going to the convent. Who knows? I don't know you. So don't take that away from what you want out of your life. I found that in my own life, I always focused on, well, what does God want from me? But tell God what you want. Pray about it. Say, well, God, I know that this is what you want for my life, but this is kind of what I want for my life. And maybe that's what he wants to hear. So you can maybe meet in the middle, be a deacon. So God's plan is mysterious, and it will feel like a roller coaster. But trust in him that things will go how you need them to. Because God's plan for you is perfect, and you only need to trust in it. Life's full of choices. Some are small, like how we spend our time, and others are life-changing, like relationships, our work, our purpose, priesthood, convent, whatever else. In all of these, it's easy to get lost in our own desires or the noise of the world around us. That's why discernment, seeking God's wisdom, and in decision-making is so important. So rather than just going to Mass, receiving the Eucharist, and then leaving, maybe take a couple seconds, get there a little bit early, and pray to God, and ask him, what do I need? What do you want out of my life? It's always good. I promise you, I've been doing it for, I don't even know how many years now. So discerning, though, isn't just about figuring out what we want. It's about aligning our choices with what God wants for us. So it's about telling him, this is what I want out of my life. And then he says, well, this is what I need you to do. So once you figure out what it is that he wants, I promise you, that's what you want for your life. Because that's how it's going to go perfect. Because it even says it in Proverbs. So in Proverbs 3:5-6 says, trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight. So what this means essentially is, so if you trust in the Lord, you have your desires, you have what you want, because everybody does. It would be inhuman to not have desires for something that you want out of your life. Maybe you see this girl on the street and you think, wow, she's beautiful, and you want to go talk to her. Go talk to her. Get out of your comfort zone. Just because you have this prospect of wanting to be a priest or wanting to be a nun or whatever it may be, a layman, a laywoman, a friar, whatever it is, just because you have this want, this desire in your heart, and maybe God has been putting it in you that you should probably do this, that doesn't mean that you need to skip from point A to point B, because there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that's going to get you to point B eventually. You need to just take it by the day. So rather than like maybe just praying once a week, God, what do you want out of my life? Wake up every morning and just kind of think, what does God want me to do today? Today, I woke up and frankly I watched the Steelers game, and then I said, hey, I have about 2 hours before I have to go on this radio show. Maybe I should make sure that my stuff that I'm going to talk about is perfect, nailed out, hammered out, to make sure that it's exactly what I need to say on air, because that was my goal for today. And later on, after this show, I'm going to go to church again. I went on Saturday because it was family weekend. Absolutely wonderful. Love you, Mom. Got to see all them. And that was my goal for that day. And I also hung out with my friend Wyatt. And that is what I had to do that day. But today, I knew that I had to wake up. I wanted to go watch the Steelers game, and that was a part of my day. But it wasn't what made my day. I then went and I hammered out what I'm going to talk about today. And then I know that after this, I'm going to have to think about what I want to talk about with Father Steve to nail out this new club. I have things that come first, things that are important to me and important for God as well. So you, in every day, ask Him what He wants from you, because in every day you can do something new. Maybe it's I'm gonna wake up and I want to have breakfast at this place with my friend, but I also want to go and help out people at the warming house. So do that. Now that doesn't mean don't go to breakfast with your friend and only go to the warming house. Have breakfast with your friend, because in you have a lot of time in between the time that you wake up to the time that you go to the warming house. So don't just spend that time thinking about going to the warming house. Spend that time doing something that you need, and that it doesn't affect how God needs you to do stuff. And it's the same with life. You may be going to college right now and be like, well, I'm gonna after these 4 years I'm going straight to the seminary, which I've said many times. But that doesn't mean, oh, don't don't talk to these people, don't have a good time, don't enjoy your time in college. Enjoy your time in college, because you're in college. It's wonderful. I'm having a great time. So enjoy that time, because you have time in between then and there. Don't spend it just waiting for the next big thing that you're going to do. Father Steve said it beautifully yesterday in the homily, that if you he quoted Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and he said, if you don't stop, how's it go? So if you don't stop, essentially, I'm gonna use my own thing. If you don't stop and smell the roses, you're gonna miss them. So spend your time enjoying life. You have your goals. You have what needs to come in the future. But right now, don't spend it with, well, I need to get to here. I have to get to point B. Stop and smell the roses every once in a while. So it's discernment is a very it's a very tough and rigorous process. But finding your path in God's eyes means being willing to let go of control and allowing His Spirit to guide you. So you're going to let go of, well, this is what I want for my life, because it might not align with what God wants for your life, because He knows that if you go down that path, it's going to lead to more pain and suffering. But instead, you could be following His road. But it's not the easiest road. I know this from personal experience. It will never be the easiest road, but it's the road that is necessary, that is needed. It's not even going to be the road that the world applauds, because if the world applauds for what you're doing it wrong, because the world wants the worst for you. Because a lot of people get it mixed up. Satan doesn't rule hell. He never has. He's tormented too. But his kingdom is here until God brings His back. His kingdom is here. He's going to tempt you. He's going to try to lead you astray, because frankly, He doesn't want to be suffering down there alone. He wants to bring everybody else down with Him, because that means it means affronting to God. That's His job. That's what He wants to do. That's what He likes to do. So you have to choose the road that goes opposite to what the world wants for you. It's not going to be the easiest road, but it's going to be the road that brings peace, purpose, and honestly the most fruitful life for you. So to kind of cap it off, use your life how God needs you to use your life. But until that next big decision, till that next thing that you have to do to help out God, to help out the rest of the world, stop and smell the roses. Enjoy life for what it is, because you only get it once, unless you believe that you get it twice, which you don't. I guess that's the best way to put it. So I hope that you all got something absolutely wonderful out of this radio show here. I'm going to leave you with Psalm 46, 1 through 2. God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear. Though the earth give way and the mountains fall into the heart of the sea. It's a reminder that no matter what happens, God is a steady source of protection and peace. Because when you have issues, maybe you go to a friend, but sometimes maybe that friend's not always there for you. But God is. He's always there. You can always trust in Him. I hope you all have a wonderful day. God bless you all, and I hope that the graces of God be with you. Pax vobiscum. Have a great night, everybody.
Paul's back. He's deaf.
This is horrible. This must be because of all that loud, blaring music he's been playing in those nightclubs.
What's going on? Can he fix it in time for me to DJ at the music festival?
No.
What?
No.
What? Are you sure?
Yes.
What? Have a good life.
88.3 The